That's supposed to be a better entrance. What's up, tubers? Jimmy J, Cryptographic. Just checking in after the initial storm has blown over from the fork. Interested to hear how all the rest of you guys went, whether or not you had your own plans going in, or whether you tried what I did and sort of went 50-50 Bitcoin, altcoins, tried to get your hands on a little bit of that Bitcoin cash. So for me, it was quite a good outcome, I think. I ended up with about 17.5% profit overall across all those altcoins that I mentioned I was into. And that was just over the space of, it was about 15 minutes when the fork happened. So just a testament to kind of, hedging your bets and then sticking to your guns and sort of being there ready with your trades at the ready, all your tabs open and whatever, ready to take advantage of that kind of situation. I wanted to drop a pretty important thing that I've been learning as I trade more and more, and that I think it's pretty important that everyone learns, and that you hear a lot of the big guys saying over and over again, and that is that you should never be scared, you should never be afraid to take profits, because I know that for myself, for the longest time, probably over a year while I was trading, I was always just caught up on, oh yeah, it's in profit, but it could go higher. Look, it's hovering around there. It looks like, oh, there's a lot of sell orders, and there's a lot of buy orders. Sorry, there's a buy wall there. It looks like it might go up more, blah, blah, blah. And then something happens and the thing tanks, and you end up waiting another, 3 or 4 days or whatever, however long for it to bounce back. So the thing that I've learnt now, and the thing that's been able to net me the most consistent profits, they may not always be the hugest profits with my trading portfolio. As I said, I only keep 0.25 Bitcoin in my trading portfolio, but the thing that has netted me the most consistent profits, even though they're not all huge, is just to not be afraid to take them when you see them, So, it can help to have a kind of to set yourself a little range within your head. Like you want to make a minimum profit with each trade kind of thing. You might want to start out, you might just want to make 20,000 sats or something like that, depending on how much you're investing at once. And you might say, okay, if I come into the room and see that this guy's in between a certain price range, I'm just going to sell it straight away, rather than going, oh, what is top, what is bottom, and that kind of thing. And the other thing, which I'm going to probably talk a bit more about in probably a bit more of a longer video with my top tips and the top things I've learned about trading, is dollar cost averaging, and the practice of setting yourself a time, whether it's every Friday or whether it's every the last day of every month, or every fortnight or whatever, and splitting up however much you want to invest in a certain asset, whether it be Bitcoin or Litecoin or whatever it is. You might say, okay, well, I want to put 2 grand into Litecoin. So you've got 2 grand, say you split that up into 12 payments, and you might say you want to do it every month, or you might want to split it up into 20 payments of 100, and split it up over 20 months. Doesn't really matter, but at that same time each month, no matter what the price is, you don't worry about whether it's at bottom or whether you think it's going to drop more. You just buy your $100 worth of that asset and sit it away in your wallet. And over time, what you will see is that as you put in that same amount each month, some months it'll be down, some months it'll be up, but that's where the dollar cost average comes in, and you end up having bought in at quite a good price, and by the end of the year you should see some pretty sufficient profits. So dollar cost averaging, definitely have a look at that. The golden cross, which is a technique I touched over a couple of videos ago that I've been using, that's been very good for me. I think it's good to have these guidelines and to have these rules for yourself that you follow by all costs, because going in blind and just sort of going and playing it by ear and sort of feeling your way around these markets is next to impossible, even for the professionals, because I mean they're so volatile, and it's very rare for any one person to always be predicting the right thing in these markets. So it's good to have some plans for this kind of stuff, and some techniques just to take the guesswork out of it, and stop yourself running all those head miles. Yeah. So really interested to hear how you guys went with the fork. As I said, I took in about 17.5% profit. I'm now going to wait probably for the next 24 hours or so and see how the dust settles with all the prices in the altcoins, and then after that I'll be going back in, starting to buy some more. I'm trying to update all my trades on Twitter now. I might not get every little one there, but for the most part I'm trying to put all my trades and my stock picks on Twitter, so feel free to follow me there, also at Cryptographic, and let me know if there's any specific video you guys want to see. I'll chat to you guys soon. Jimmy J, Cryptographic. Peace.